Okay, let us see about the properties of addition and subtraction. So here, if you are observing the properties of addition and subtraction, if we add 0 to any fraction, what happens? Or if you subtract 0 from any fraction, what happens? That means property of 0, or we can call this as additive identity. If you are adding something to a fraction, the sum should be the same fraction. How much should be added to a fraction to get the same fraction as its sum? That is called additive identity. If you add 0 to any number, you will get the same number. In the same way, if you add 0 to a fraction, you will get the same fraction. So 0 is known as additive identity or 0 property of addition. So 3 by 7 plus 0 gives 3 by 7. And 0 plus anything, for example 0 plus 5 by 9 gives 5 by 9 only. So here in any order, if you are adding 0 to a fraction, you will get the same fraction. So 0 is known as additive identity. Additive identity. But for the subtraction, observe carefully. For the subtraction, if you are subtracting 0 from any number, 5 by 7 minus 0 is 5 by 7 only. But that means subtraction of 0 from any fraction. But 0 minus any fraction is not a fraction. Is not the same fraction. 0 minus any fraction is not the same fraction. So here it is not possible in subtraction. This is 0 property. And then here there are another two properties are there. Just we can call them as commutative property and associative property. So what is a commutative property means? If we add two fractions in any order, the sum doesn't change. The sum does not change. You will get the same sum. If you add two or more fractions in any order, the sum will be the same. That means, for example, 2 by 3 plus 5 by 3 and 5 by 3 plus 2 by 3. So what we did, we changed the order of the fraction. If we change the order of the fraction, the sum doesn't changes. The sum remains same. See here. So common denominator, write down the common denominator, add the numerators. 2 plus 5 is equal to 7 by 3. 7 by 3 means it is an improper fraction, change into mixed. 3 2 are 6, remainder 1 by 3. 2 1 by 3 is the sum. Now coming to this one, here also common denominator 3, 5 plus 2 is equal to 7. So 7 by 3 is also again equal to 2 1 by 3. So in these two additions, the sum is same. 2 1 by 3 is the sum. That means if we add two fractions in any order, the sum remains the same. This is known as commutative property. Next, associative property is there. So commutative property for addition of fractions is hold good. That means commutative property satisfies ఎటువైపు నుంచి ఎటువైపు యాడ్ చేసినా a plus b అన్నా b plus a అన్నా sum same. But in subtraction, is it satisfies or not, we have to see. Subtraction means the same number you can take. 5 by 3 minus 2 by 3 and 2 by 3 minus 5 by 3. Observe carefully here. So actually here it is 5 minus 2 by 3 is equal to 3 by 3 is equal to answer is 1. But whereas coming to this one, 3 is a common denominator, subtracting numerators 2 minus 5, that is equal to minus 3 by 3. Actually here we will get in higher classes. this type of minus 3 integers you will get in higher classes than 6 and 7, but here till now you did not get here, but the answer here is 1, but the answer here is minus 1. Okay, 1 and minus 1, there is a lot of difference between 1 and minus 1. So both answers are not same. Both answers are not same. So in subtraction, the commutative property will not hold good. అంటే addition can be done in any order, but subtraction cannot be done in any order. Subtraction can be done in only one order. What? From the greater number to smaller number only can be subtracted, but we cannot subtract greater number from a smaller number. Okay, so that's good. Next, then coming to the third property, that is associative property. That means if you take 3 or more than 3 fractions, the sum remains same. If we add 3 or more fractions in any order, the sum doesn't changes. That is called associative property. So these commutative, associative properties, we can distributive properties, this you can see in higher classes, but now just you can tell about this one. So the fractions here you can say, the fractions we can say like this, associative property and commutative properties. How can you say this one? Okay, now see, 1 by 2 plus 3 by 2 plus 5 by 2. Now here we are adding like this, and the same can be added like this also. So if you add like this, what will be the sum? And or otherwise 1 by 2 plus 3 by 2. After adding these two, if you are adding 5 by 2, how much it becomes? So what is the answer that we can see? Now here check, 1 by 2 write as it is, plus 3 by 2 and 5 by 2. In 3 by 2 and 5 by 2, write down the common denominator as the denominator sum, 2, and 3 plus 5 is equal to 8 by 2. That is 1 by 2 plus 3 plus 5, 8 by 2. 8 by 2 means, now again common denominator, right? 1 plus 8 is equal to 9 by 2. 9 by 2 means 2, 4 jar, 8, remainder 1 by 2, 4 and half. 9 by 2, 9 is second chestuna ante 9 lo sagam enta 4 and half. So that will we have your one. And here also 1 by 2 plus 3 by 2 plus 5 by 2. So here how can you do? First this one, add 1 plus 3 plus 5 by 2. 1 plus 3 is equal to how much? 4 by 2 plus 5 by 2. So here also 4 plus 5 by 2, common denominator, and then the sum is 9 by 2. 9 by 2 also equal to 4 and half, and in both cases the sum will be same. So what can you say? What can you say? The sum of these in any order, you can add these fractions in any order, you will get the same sum. But subtraction for 3 fractions cannot be done. So subtraction also will not hold good for this associative property. Commutative property and associative property, subtractions cannot be done. Okay, these properties you have to remember in this addition and subtraction of fractional numbers. First one is zero property. Zero property. If you add 0 to any number, any fraction, you will get the same fraction. So 0 is known as identity of addition. Additive identity. 0 is known as additive identity. 0 is known as additive identity. Okay? Now, let us go for multiplication. Now this is multiplication of fractions. For multiplying of fractions, there are 3 types of multiplications. Multiplication of a fraction with a whole number. Multiplying a fraction with whole number. Second one is multiplying a whole number with another fraction. And the third one is multiplying a fraction with another fraction. Fraction contains improper or mixed, whatever it may be a fraction. Fraction means it may be an improper fraction or mixed fraction. Okay, how can you do these 3 types of fractions multiplications we can see. Now first one is multiplication of a fraction with a whole number. The first kind of fraction is multiplication of a fraction with a whole number. For example, observe carefully here. Fraction 3 by 5 into 25. That means it's a whole number. Multiplying a fraction with a whole number. Another one. Multiplying fraction, another one. 3 2 by 7 into 49. Check here carefully. And the another one is again. So a proper fraction and it is a mixed fraction. And how can you convert again? 2 1 by 3 into 27. Now observe carefully these three fractions. This is multiplication of a fraction with a whole number. Whole number means 25 means 25 by 1. It's nothing but 25 by 1. So just to multiply this fraction, so 3 by 5 as it is into, write this as a fraction, that is nothing but 25 by 1. 25. If you are dividing 25 with 1, you will get 25 only. If you divide 25 with 1, you will get 25. If you multiply 25 with 1, you will get 25 only. So, for writing it as a fraction, so 25 cannot be written as 1 by 25. If you are writing 25 as 1 by 25, understand, if you are writing 25 as 1 by 25, this is inverse process. That is the inverse of 25. But here we are writing only 25 only. 25 means 25 by 1. You should write it as 25 by 1. Now here, so when comparatively addition, multiplication, observe carefully. Here the symbol is changed as multiplication symbol. There we have additions. For addition and multiplication, there is a little bit difference we have. For addition and subtraction of fractions, we should find out the LCM of the denominators for unlike fractions. That means only like fractions can be added or subtracted. Only like fractions can be added or subtracted. But here, in multiplication, don't worry about like or unlike or dislike or whatever it may be. Just multiply the numerators divided by multiply the denominators. Additions లో ఏం చేస్తానన్నా కామన్ డినామినేటర్ రాస్తాం కామన్గా. బట్ ఇక్కడ కామన్ డినామినేటర్ ఏమన్నా ఏం చూడవసరం, జస్ట్ మల్టిప్లై ద న్యూమరేటర్స్ అండ్ మల్టిప్లై ద డినామినేటర్స్ అండ్ రైట్ డౌన్ దట్ మచ్ ఓన్లీ. 3 into 25 and 5 into 1 simply. So this is the difference between addition and multiplication. So multiplication and divisions are very easy. Multiplication divisions are very easy for finding this one. Now see here. So 3 into 25 by 5 into 1. Observe carefully in the numerators and denominators. Is there any common factors? Take out the common factors. That means write down the simplest form here itself. After multiplying it becomes more number. సో మళ్ళీ పెద్ద నెంబర్ని డివైడ్ చేయడం కొద్దిగా డిఫికల్ట్గా ఉంటుంది. కాబట్టి చిన్న నెంబర్లుగా ఉన్నప్పుడే న్యూమరేటర్ డినామినేటర్లో కామన్ ఫ్యాక్టర్స్ ఏమంటే తీసేయండి. న్యూమరేటర్లో 25 ఉంది, డినామినేటర్లో 5 ఉంది. ఫర్ 25 and 5 we have common factor, so we can take out. But if there is a common factor in 3 and 25, we should not take. That should be multiplied. Remember carefully. So what you have to take? So the common factors in numerator and denominator can be taken. So what are the common factors? 5. 5, 1 is 5. How many 5s make 25? 5 5s are 25. Now numerator 3 to 5 is there and denominator 1 and 1. 1 1 are 1. 3 5 are 15. So 15 by 1, that is equal to, the answer is 15. The product is 15 here. Product of a fraction with a whole number, we got it as a whole number. The product is a whole number. Here observe. Next second one. 3 2 by 7, same. 7 3s are 21 plus 2. 21 plus 2, 23 by 7 into 9 means 9 by 1. So write down the multiply the numerators divided by multiply the denominators. The numerators are 23 into 9 by 7 into 1. Just multiply like that and go. Now, So multiply the numerators divided by multiply the denominators. That is 23 into 9 by 7 into 1 simply. So just multiply. Is there any common factors in numerators and denominators? You can check. 7. The multiples of 7 are factors of 7 not there at the numerator. So multiply as this. So 9 3 are 27. 9 2s are 18 plus 2 20. 207 by 7 1s are 7. So that is the numerator by 2. Now how can you? So this is an improper fraction. Convert this improper fraction into mixed. How can you convert this? So 7 2s are 14. Remainder 6. 7 67. 7 9s are 63. Remainder 67 minus 63 4 by 7. So 29 4 by 7 is the product here. In the same way, how can you find out the product of this one? Same like this. 2 3s are 6 plus 1. 7 by 3 into 27. That means, here observe. Here till now here we are writing this. So here 49 kada. 49 means we have written only 9. So okay, 9 in this one. Into 9. Yes. Okay. Now check here. Whenever you are multiplying a fraction with whole number, multiply the numerator of the fraction with whole number and write down the denominator as the denominator of the product. This is the property as well. How to multiply a fraction with a whole number means, actually now in the first two examples we converted the whole number as a fraction. But no need to convert the whole number as a fraction. To get the product, when you will get product, if you multiply 2 or more fractions, you will get product. So to get the product, whenever you are multiplying this a fraction with a whole number, multiply the numerator of the fraction with a whole number and write the product in the numerator. So here observe carefully. Write down. Multiply the numerator of the fraction with a whole number and write the product in the numerator. That means 7 into 27 divided by. Write down the denominator of the fraction as the denominator of the product. Product of the denominator get lost. So this is the rule. For multiplying a fraction with a whole number, multiply the numerator of the fraction with a whole number and write down this as a product in the numerator. Divided by, write down the denominator of the fraction in the denominator of the product. Okay, 7 into 27 by 3. So, is there any common factors in numerators and denominators? You can check. Numerators and denominators. So, is the denominator a factor of any numerator? You can check. If it is a factor, you can strike out the common factors. So 3 1s are 3 9s are 27. So 3 is a common factor of 3 and 27. 3 9s are 27. So 7 9s are 63 by 1. That is equal to 63. 63. Understood? What is this? This is the multiplication of a fraction with the whole number. And the reverse. The second one is second type of multiplication is multiplication of a whole number with a fraction. For example, 15 into 2 1 by 3. So observe carefully. 15 into 2 by 3. So just multiplication of a fraction. 15 into 3 2s are 6 plus 1 7 by 3. Multiplication of a whole number with fraction. So for multiplying a whole number with fraction, multiply the whole number with the numerator of the fraction and write the product in the numerator. Write the product in the numerator. So what will be the numerator? Multiply the whole number with the numerator. So 15 into 7. 15 into 7 by 3 as it is. By 3 as it is. So now here in the numerator and denominator, is there any common factors? You can check. Denominator is 3. Is 3 a factor of any one of the numerators? You can check. Yes, 3 is a factor of 15. So how many? 3 1 ja, 3 5 ja. So 5 7 ja, 35 by 1 is 35 by 1 is equal to 35 is the answer. This is multiplication of a whole number with a fraction. Next, multiplication of a whole number with a fraction. 49 into 3 5 by 7. So multiplication of a fraction with whole number. Sorry. Whole number with fraction. Just multiply 49 with the fraction. Fraction is 7 3 are 21 plus 5, 26 by 7. Now multiplication of a whole number with fraction. Just multiply the whole number with the numerator of the fraction. Whole number numerator to multiply cheyi and write down this as a numerator. 49 into 26 divided by 7 as this. Okay? This is very simple. Next. So common factors, any common factors you have to take out. 7 1 is 7, 7 7 are 49. 7 into 26 by 1 is 7 6 are 42, 4. 7 2 are 14 plus 4, 18. 182 by 1 is equal to 182. Understand? This is the second kind of multiplication. So like this, we can take different kinds of fractions. So whole number with a fraction, whole number with mixed fraction, whole number with a whatever it may be. ఇంకంతే ఇంకేముంటాయి whole number ఒక ప్రాపర్ ఫ్రాక్షన్ ఉంటుంది, ఇంప్రాపర్ ఫ్రాక్షన్ ఉంటుంది, మిక్స్డ్ ఫ్రాక్షన్ ఉంటుంది. సో మల్టిప్లై హోల్ నెంబర్ విత్ ప్రాపర్ ఫ్రాక్షన్, మల్టిప్లై హోల్ నెంబర్ విత్ ఇంప్రాపర్ ఫ్రాక్షన్, మల్టిప్లై హోల్ నెంబర్ విత్ మిక్స్డ్ ఫ్రాక్షన్. లైక్ దిస్ యూ కెన్ టేక్ డిఫరెంట్ కైండ్స్ ఆఫ్ ఫ్రాక్షన్స్ అండ్ you do practice, so you will be practiced very well. So multiplication is easy. So division ki multiplication ke only a little bit change is there, that I will tell you. Now this is second kind of multiplication. What is that? Multiplication of a whole number with a fraction. Now the third one is multiplication of a fraction with another fraction. How can you multiply a fraction with another fraction? That also we can see. Very simple. What I am telling here also in the first question itself we did. So we converted this whole number into fraction. చేసుకుని చేసాం. So whole number in fraction చేసామంటే in the same way fraction also just multiply with the fraction. So for example 2 1 by 5 into 25 by 22 and this one. So convert this mixed numeral into improper. First 5 2 is 10 plus 1, 11 by 5 into another fraction 25 by 22. So for multiplying a fraction with another fraction, multiply the numerators of the fraction and multiply the denominators of the fraction. Simple, very simple. So that is equal to 11 into 25 by 5 into 22. Now here is there any common factors in numerators and denominators? You can check. That means is the denominator a factor of numerator or is the denominator a multiple of numerator? Anyone, either. So చూస్తే 5 is a factor of 25 and 25 is a multiple of 5. So that we have to take out the common factor. 5 is a common factor in 5 and 25. 5, how many 5s are there in 5? 1 5. How many 5s are there in 25? 5 5s. And then observe carefully again. Is there anyone? Is 5 a factor of 22? No. Is 11 a factor of 22? Yes. So in 11 and 22. So how many 11s are there? 1 11 is there. In 22, 2 11s are there. So 1 5 is 5 by 1 2 is 2. 5 by 2 is the product. 5 by 2. 5 by 2 is an improper fraction. Convert into mixed. So here we are simplifying. Simplest form of fraction we are writing. So 5 by 2 is in its simplest form because 5 and 2 doesn't have any common factor. 5 and 2 doesn't have any common factor. So these two are co-prime numbers. So this is in its simplest form. So but it is an improper fraction. Convert into mixed. So 2 2s are 4. Remainder 1. Bring down 2. So 2 and half. 5 by 2 means 5 is again just say 2 and half. 5 7 చేస్తే 2.5. That is, this is multiplication of a fraction with another fraction. Like this, you can take a big fraction also. A 3 fractions multiplication also we can do. So if you are multiplying a fraction with another fraction, how you will get that you can see here. So now for example, take 4 by 5 into 6 by 10 into 3 by 4. ఇంకోటి కూడా తీసుకోవచ్చు. Into 25 by 27 also you can take. Anyone like this, or otherwise you can some more fractions also you can take. 1 3 by 5 also. Whatever, how many fractions may be, first convert all the mixed numerals into improper fractions. Mixing numerals into improper, that is equal to, so write down answer is remaining 4 by 5 into 6 by 10 into 3 by 4 into 25 by 27 into 1 5 is 5 plus 3, 8 by 5. Now write down the numerators as it is, 4 into 6 into 3 into 25 into 8. Write all the numerators like this, 4 into 6 into 3 into 25 into 8. And write all the denominators, multiply. 5 into 10 into 4 into 27 into 5. Now this is the product. Now check carefully the numerators and denominators. Is there any common factors in numerator and denominator? You can check. Easily we can understand and take out the common factors. If you are taking out the common factors, you will get a simplest form. To get the simplest form, we are taking out the numerators and denominators common factors. So observe carefully. Here 4 1s are 4, 4 1s are 4. 4 is a common factor. Then take 5 10. Can we take out 5 and 10? Both are in denominator, so we cannot take like this. So this can be taken in any of these above numerators only. Denominator and numerator we have to check. Only not in denominators, only not in numerators we should not take out. So ఇక్కడ 5 10 ఉంది కదా, 5 1 5 2 చేయకూడదు నాన్న, because both are denominators. Observe. So numerators ఏమైనా ఉందా, 6 కి పోదు, 3 కి పోదు, 25. Yes, 5 1s are 5, 5 5s are 25. Like this you have to check, that much only. If you are checking you will get. So 1. Now 10 ఉంది, 10 కి ఏమైనా ఉన్నాయా numerators లో? Yes, 5 10. 5 1s are 5, 5 2s are 10. Now 2 కి ఏమైనా ఉన్నాయి numerators లో? 6 కి ఉంది. 2 1 is 2, 2 3s are 6. Now ఇక్కడ 3 ఉంది, ఇక్కడ denominator లో ఏమైనా ఉన్నాయా? 27. 3 27. 3 1 is 3, 3 9s are 27. Again ఇంకేమైనా ఇవన్నీ అయిపోయినాయి, ఇది అయిపోయింది, ఇది అయిపోయింది, ఇక్కడ 3 ఉంది, ఇక్కడ 9 ఉంది. 3 1 is 3, 3 3s are 9. Now what we have? All completed. Only 8 3 5. In 8 is 3 a factor of 8? No. Is 5 a factor of 8? No. So the numerators are, nothing is here, all 1. 1 into 8 is 8 by 3 5s are 15. 8 by 15. 8 by 15 is a proper fraction and it is in its simplest form, because in 8 and 15 there is no common factor. 8 and 15 are co-prime numbers, so co-prime numbers cannot be taken out any common factor, because they doesn't have any common factor. So write down as this. So this is in its simplest form, 8 by 15, and it is also a proper fraction. So stop. So like this, a fraction with another fraction can be multiplied. A fraction with another fraction can be multiplied with the help of multiplying all the numerators divided by multiply all the denominators. Okay, thank you. Okay. Okay. Now in this division of fractions, before going to divide a fraction with a whole number, or whole number with a fraction, or another fraction with another fraction, how can you divide? Same like multiplication only, division also. But one step is there before that, only one step, a small step will be included. What is the small step is? The multiplicative inverse. The multiplicative inverse, or this is also known as reciprocal. Reciprocal. Just if you are changing the numerator and denominator of a fraction, you will get its reciprocal or multiplicative inverse. The multiplicative inverse of any fraction, what we can call this as? Multiplicative inverse, or this is also known as reciprocal. Reciprocal means, for example, the reciprocal for a whole number, for a fraction, for a unit fraction also, the reciprocal will be there. What will be the reciprocal of anyone that you can check? For example, take 3 by 5. The reciprocal of 3 by 5 means, with which number you will multiply 3 by 5 to get the product as 1 is called reciprocal. That means 3 by 5 into how much gives 1, that is called its reciprocal. That means actually what you have to do, 1 divided by 3 by 5 you should do. That known as, so the reciprocal is simply can be written as, by changing the numerator and denominator. Change the numerator to denominator and the denominator to numerator. Then that becomes 5 by 3. Understand? 5 by 3 is the reciprocal or multiplicative inverse. For a fraction, converting numerator to denominator to numerator is a reciprocal. And another one, for example, if it is a whole number, what is the reciprocal of a whole number? 3 means what? 1 by 3 or 3 by 1? Yes, 3 by 1. It is not 1 by 3. 3 means 3 by 1. So just reciprocal, change the numerator to denominator, that is becomes 1 by 3. So 3 ki reciprocal 1 by 3. If you are writing 3 as 1 by 3, then the reciprocal of 1 by 3 is 3. 3 means 3 by 1. Reciprocal of 3 by 1 is 1 by 3. If you take 1 by 5, what is the reciprocal of 1 by 5? Just change the numerator and denominator. Then what it becomes? 5 by 1. 5 by 1 is nothing but this is equal to 5. And 1 by 5 reciprocal is 5. For a mixed numeral also, how can you find out the reciprocal for a mixed numeral? So take 2 1 by 3. First convert this mixed numeral into improper. 3 2 are 6 plus 1, 7 by 3. 7 by 3 reciprocal, just change the numerator and denominator. 3 by 7. Ante. If the mixed numeral is given, that should be converted into improper fraction and should find out the reciprocal. Reciprocal is nothing but changing numerator to denominator, denominator to numerator. So, why it is important to find out the multiplicative inverse or reciprocal? In division process, division also there are 3 kinds of division. Dividing a fraction with whole number, dividing a whole number with fraction, dividing a fraction with another fraction. Okay? Dividing a fraction with another fraction. Now, by taking some examples here, we can come to a conclusion how to find out the division. So, for example, if you divide a whole fraction with a whole number, 3 by 5 divided by 9. Observe carefully here. When we are dividing, so we can call this as a dividend and this as divisor. Actually, this can be written as like this also. 3 by 5 divided by 9 and write. Or otherwise, itla kuda write. 3 by 5 divided by 900. 3 by 5 divided by 9. You can write like this also. But why we are writing like this? To know the numerator and denominator, to know the dividend and the divisor. Here 3 by 5 is the dividend. We are dividing this one. And with which number we are dividing 3 by 5? We are dividing 3 by 5 with 9. So 9 is called a divisor. That is the dividend. 3 by 5 is the dividend, 9 is the divisor. In this, 3 by 5 is the numerator, 9 is the denominator. 3 by 5 is the numerator and 9 is the denominator. Now, while you are dividing a fraction with a whole number, that means dividend and divisor. The divisor is 9. We should find out the reciprocal of the divisor or reciprocal of the second number. So the second one is 9. Or this is known as divisor. 9 is the divisor. See here. This is dividend, this is divisor. So we are finding the reciprocal of the divisor. So reciprocal or multiplicative inverse of 9 is equal to, the multiplicative inverse of 9 is equal to 9 means 9 by 1. Reciprocal of 9 is 1 by 9. So the reciprocal of 9 is 1 by 9. And if you are multiplying a number with its reciprocal, the product should become 1. So 1 is known as multiplicative identity. Now what is the multiplicative identity? If you are multiplying a fraction with its reciprocal, you will get multiplicative identity. That means with which number you will multiply a fraction to get the product as 1 is known as multiplicative number. So here 9 into 1 by 9 is equal to 1. So 1 is the multiplicative identity and 9 is the reciprocal of 1 by 9. 1 by 9 is the reciprocal of 9. So how you are getting 9 into 1 by 9 is equal to 1? Multiplication we know. Multiply the whole number with numerator of the fraction. 1 into 9, 9 by 9. 9 by 9 is equal to how much? Understand? So if you are multiplying a whole number with its reciprocal or reciprocal with a whole number, you will get the product as 1. So 1 is known as multiplicative identity. What is 1 known as? 1 is known as multiplicative identity. Okay? Now, here you got reciprocal. After getting the reciprocal, we should multiply the first fraction or whole number with the reciprocal of the second fraction or reciprocal of the divisor. The divisor here is equal to 9. What is the reciprocal of the divisor? 1 by 9. So 3 by 5 divided by 9 is equal to 3 by 5 divided by 9 is equal to. So we are this is the inverse process of multiplication. Division is the inverse process of multiplication. So we are converting this division as a multiplication. So how we are writing the multiplication? 3 by 5. So we are converting this division into multiplication. Whenever you are converting division into multiplication, division is the inverse process of multiplication. So write down the inverse of 9. Inverse is nothing but multiplicative inverse. Inverse is also known as reciprocal. So reciprocal of 9 is 1 by 9. So just write down 1 by 9. Now what it became? Now here we have got as a multiplication. Now division becomes a multiplication. Whenever we are changing the division symbol into multiplication, immediately we should write down the reciprocal of the divisor. The reciprocal of divisor is 1 by 9. So now two fractions we have got. How can you multiply two fractions? Multiplication of two fractions is very easy. So multiply the numerator divided by multiply the denominator. So 3 into 1 by 5 into 9. Common factors. 3 1 jar, 3 3 jar. So 1 by 5 3 jar 15. So 1 by 15 is the quotient. If you are dividing, you will get quotient. If you are multiplying, you will get product. Now here we are dividing. So 3 by 5 divided by 9 is equal to how much? 1 by 15. Now what is this? The first kind of multiplication, that is multiplying a fraction with a whole number. Second one you can see. Dividing. Divide a fraction with a whole number. Next one, divide a whole number with a fraction. How can you divide a whole number with fraction? Now we can see. So divide this one. So for example, whole number So 27 divided by, so 54 by 12. For example, 54 by 12. So 27 divided by 54 by 12. This is division of a whole number with fraction. Division of a whole number with fraction. What is the divisor here? Divisor is 54 by 12. Now we should write down the reciprocal of the divisor. For converting division into multiplication, we should write down the reciprocal of the divisor. దీనికి divisor ఏదైతే ఉందో దానికి reciprocal రాయాలి. So reciprocal or multiplicative inverse of 54 by 12 is equal to 12 by 54. Okay, 12 by 54. Write down. Now 27. What you are doing? We are writing the reciprocal of the divisor. Whenever you are writing the reciprocal, you should write down, change the symbol from division to multiplication. Multiplication రాసేసాం. ఎప్పుడైతే డివిజన్ ని మల్టిప్లికేషన్ రాసామో ఇమీడియట్లీ రెసిప్రోకల్ రాయాలి. సో రెసిప్రోకల్ ఆఫ్ 54 by 12 is 12 by 54. So how can you multiply a whole number with fraction? Multiply the numerator of the fraction with the whole number. Whole number with numerator divided by 54. Is there any cancellations in numerator and denominator? You can check. Yes, 27 2s are 54. So take out 27 1s are 27 2s are. So here 2 and 12. Yes, is there. 2 1s are 2 6s are. So 1 into 6, 6 by 1. 6 by 1 is nothing but 6 is the quotient. Now division of a whole number with a fraction, here you got a whole number. Okay, so this is just we should write down the reciprocal of the divisor. Whenever you are writing the reciprocal of the divisor, immediately you should write down we should change the division symbol into multiplication. Division symbol ni multiplication symbol loku మార్చుకోవటమే, or that is known as converting reciprocal into reciprocal. Now we can take another fraction. Fraction. Now third one is division of a fraction with another fraction. 1/3 by 5 divided by 7 by 25. Observe carefully. Two fractions are given. Division of a fraction with another fraction. Here we have to remember only one thing. Second one either may be a whole number or fraction, whatever it may be. దీనికి మాత్రమే reciprocal రాయాలి. That means we should find out the reciprocal of a divisor. సెకండ్ దాన్నే డివైజర్ అంటాం. ఇక్కడ సెకండ్ వన్ ఏంటి 9, ఇక్కడ సెకండ్ వన్ ఏంటి 54 by 12, ఇక్కడ సెకండ్ వన్ ఏంటి 7 by 25. సో దీనికి మాత్రమే రెసిప్రోకల్ రాయాలి. 7 by 25 కి, 9 by 1 కి, ఇక్కడ 54 by 12 కి రెసిప్రోకల్స్ రాయాలి. Now reciprocal of 7 by 25 is 25 by 7. So write down first. Multiplicative inverse of 7 by 25 is 25 by 7. It is not equal. These two are not equal. The product is 1. The product of a fraction and its multiplicative inverse is 1. So 1 is the multiplicative identity. What is the additive identity? Yes, 0. Now see. Now write down as this. 5 1s are 5 plus 3. 8 by 5. Now divided by. Change this division into multiplication into. Whenever we are changing the division symbol into multiplication, very 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 important step this is. Remember carefully. So whenever you are changing the division symbol into multiplication, we should write down the reciprocal of 7 by 25. 7 by 25 reciprocal is 25 by 7. Now this division became multiplication. Now you know how to multiply two fractions. Just multiply the numerators divided by multiply the denominators. 8 into 25 by 5 into 7. So that is equal to 5 1s are 5 5s are 25. 8 5s are 40 by 7. Is there 7? Is 7 a factor of any one of this? No. So 8 5s are 40 by 7. 40 by 7 means how many 7s are there in 40? 7 5s are 35. Remainder 5. by 7. So 5 by 7. 7 5 is 35 plus 5, 40 by 7. So 8 by 40 by 7 means 5 by 7 here. So this is division of fractions. Like this, we can take by taking different number of problems, you can solve these divisions and as well as multiplications. So division is the inverse process of multiplication. So only we are writing the multiplicative inverse of the divisor. Divisor is nothing but second one. Either the second one may be a whole number, either the second one may be a fraction, whatever it may be. We should write down the reciprocal of the second one only. రెండో దానికి మాత్రమే రెసిప్రోకల్ రాయాలి, గుర్తుపెట్టుకోండి. అంతేగాని ఫస్ట్ దానికి 3/5 ఉండి సెకండ్ 4 ఉందనుకోండి, 3/5కు రెసిప్రోకల్ రాయకూడదు ఈజీ అని. 4కి రెసిప్రోకల్ రాయాలి. 4 ఏంటిది? 4 మీన్స్ 4/1. రెసిప్రోకల్ ఆఫ్ 4/1 is 1/4. Understand? So this is division of fractional numbers. So in the next section we can go for decimals. Before going to decimals, just the properties of multiplication and division. Properties of multiplication and division. If you multiply any fraction with 1, if you multiply a fraction with 1, 3/5 with 1, you will get the same fraction. That is the first fraction. Multiplication of a fraction with 1. Then second one. Or 3/5 with 1 or 1 with 3/5. Also you will get 3/5 only. Or second one. If you multiply a fraction with 0, 5/7 into 0 or 0 into 5/7, the product becomes 0. This is properties of multiplication. Properties of multiplication and division. If you are multiplying. If you are multiplying a fraction with its reciprocal, 2/3 into reciprocal of 2/3, 3/2. If you are multiplying a fraction with its reciprocal, ఈ fraction కి ఇది reciprocal. అంటే 2/3 ని just change చేసినాం. 2/3 become 3/2. The product is 1. So if you are multiplying a fraction with its reciprocal, the product becomes 1. The product of a fraction and its reciprocal is 1. 1 is known as multiplicative identity. That means if you are adding or multiplying, if you are adding the multiplicative identity, you will get the same fraction. If you are multiplying with the multiplicative identity, you should get the same fraction. అంటే ఏ ఫ్రాక్షన్ని 1తో దేంతో ఏ ఫ్రాక్షన్ అయితే దేంతో మల్టిప్లై చేస్తామో అదే ఫ్రాక్షన్ రావడానికి దేంతో మల్టిప్లై చేస్తామో దాన్ని మల్టిప్లికేటివ్ ఐడెంటిటీ అంటాం. సో హియర్ ద మల్టిప్లికేటివ్ ఐడెంటిటీ ఈస్ 1. వాట్ ఈస్ ద ఎడిటివ్ ఐడెంటిటీ? ఏ ఫ్రాక్షన్ అయితే దేనితో యాడ్ చేస్తామో అప్పుడు అదే ఫ్రాక్షన్ వస్తే దాన్ని మనం ఎడిటివ్ ఐడెంటిటీ అంటాం. ఓకే, దట్ మీన్స్ ఇఫ్ యూ add with 0, you will get the additive identity. Okay, so like this, these are the properties of multiplication. Okay, okay. Now properties of division, division of fractional numbers. So with if you are dividing a fraction with 0, division of 0, it may be a fraction, it may be a number, it may be a whole number, it may be a decimal. Division of 0 is not defined. We cannot divide any number with 0. That means 3/5 is a fraction divided by 0 is not defined. Okay, understand? Is not defined. Here not only a fraction, it may be a whole number, it may be a fraction, it may be a decimal. Division of anything with 0 is not defined. Division of 0 is not defined. Now, if you divide 0 with any number, If you divide 0 with any number, 0 divided by 1 by 2 gives 1 by 2 only. Sorry. 0 divided by anything is 0. 0 divided by anything is 0. That means how it is, see. 0 divided by means 0 into reciprocal of 1 by 2, 2. So 0 into 2 how much? 0. So if you divide 0 with any number means that number may be a whole number, natural number or fraction or decimal, the quotient becomes 0. The quotient is 0. Division of 0 is not defined, but 0 with any number is 0. Now, dividing a fraction with 1. 5 by 7 divided by 1. Third property. 5 by 7 divided by 1. If you are dividing a fraction with 1, you will get the same fraction. You will get the same fraction. This is the third property. First one, dividing with 0. Second one, dividing 0 with any fraction. And the third one is dividing a fraction with 1. You will get the same fraction. And the fourth one is dividing a fraction with itself. 4 by 7 divided by 4 by 7. The quotient becomes 1. If you are dividing a fraction with itself, whole number with itself, decimal with itself, the quotient is 1. This is the fourth property. And the last one here is, if you divide 1 with any fraction, you will get its reciprocal. If you divide 1 with any fraction, you will get its reciprocal. What is the reciprocal of 2 by 3? 3 by 2. So 1 divided by 2 by 3 is equal to 3 by 2. That is the reciprocal వచ్చేస్తుంది. మరి ఎలా వచ్చింది అంటే చూద్దాం చూడండి. 1 into whenever you are changing the division symbol into multiplication, you should write down the reciprocal of 2 by 3. Reciprocal of 2 by 3 is 3 by 2. So 3 by 2. 1 into 3 by 2. 1 into 3. 3 by 2. 3 by 2. So 3 by 2. So these are the properties of division of fractional numbers. So with the help of these properties, and sometimes you can write down the answer directly. With the help of these, no need to do the procedure, all the procedure. No need to do all the procedure. Directly we can get the answers with the help of these properties. So once again we can revise the properties. If you are dividing a fraction or whole number or decimal or anything with 0, it is not defined. Division of 0 is not defined. Next, if you are dividing 0 with any number, 0 divided by a fraction gani, 0 divided by a whole number gani, 0 divided by a decimal gani, you will get 0 only. 0 divided by anything gives 0. Okay, next third one. Dividing a fraction with 1. If you are dividing a fraction with 1, 3 by 5 with 1, you will get the same fraction. If you are dividing anything with 1, you will get the same number. Whole number with 1, or decimal with 1, fraction with 1, natural number with 1, you will get 1. Okay? So that is division. Next, coming to dividing a fraction with itself. If you are dividing a number with itself, a whole number with itself, 0 divided by 0. Division of 0 is not defined. So not whole number means we should not include whole numbers. Whole number లో ఒక 0 మాత్రమే తీసుకోకూడదు. 0 కాకుండా ఏదైనా తీసుకోవచ్చు. That means exclude whole numbers. Whole numbers తీసేస్తే natural numbers అనుకున్నాం. Okay. If you are dividing a fraction with itself, the quotient is 1. If you are dividing a whole number with, if you are dividing a natural number with itself, the quotient is 1. Understand? So that is the fourth property. And the last property is dividing 1 with any fraction. If you are dividing 1 with any fraction, you will get its reciprocal. It's a reciprocal. So 1 divided by 5 by 7. 5 by 7 ki reciprocal entrana 7 by 5. 1 divided by 2 by 3. 2 by 3 reciprocal ఏంటి 3 by 2. And the answer 3 by 2. Understand? So these are the properties of division of fractions. Properties of division of fractions. Now this is the completion of fractions. So we have learned all the 4 fundamental operations in fractions. These are addition of fractions, subtraction of fractions, multiplication of fractions, and division of fractions. So the properties also we have learned. And by taking different kinds of problems, if you are doing, definitely you will get success. So only the humble request is practice more, practice more, practice. Practice makes man perfect. If you are doing practice, you will get more, you will get more. So you will get more doubts. So that doubt should be clarified with your teacher. So after knowing this, after listening this class, you have to go on practice after going home or in the classroom or anywhere. You practice well, practice. So that after practicing, if you are having any doubts, you just go to the class teacher and ask. Then you have to ask more doubts. How many doubts you may ask, your doubts will be clarified easily and you will become perfect. If you are not asking doubts, you will not become a perfect man in mathematics. Always you should get doubt. Sir, if you are doing like this, what will happen? If you are doing like that, what will happen? If you are dividing this with a whole number, what will happen? If you are dividing this with mixed numeral, what will happen? If you are dividing this with improper fraction, what will happen? Like this, you can take a different number of questions easily. So by taking different, you will get different doubts. If you are clarifying all those doubts, then you will never forget. So you have to write these questions your own. If you are writing your own, you will get different kinds of doubts. Question framing is very, very important in mathematics. So you have to write different kinds of examples of your own, not by taking these textbook examples. different క్వశ్చన్స్ మనం తీసుకుంటే సో దాని నుంచి మీకు డిఫరెంట్ డౌట్స్ వస్తాయి. ఆ డౌట్స్ని క్లారిఫై చేసుకుంటే ఇంకా మీ జీవితంలో మీరు మర్చిపోలేరు. ఓకే రైట్? సో దిస్ ఈజ్ ద ఎండ్ ఆఫ్ దిస్ ఫ్రాక్షన్స్. నమస్కారం.